with a brand new update. I thought it'd be a really good time to refresh the campaign that we've been running on the channel for quite a while now. So we're going to start a brand new game, a brand new campaign. And of course, this is after the latest update on console, that being 1.2.7, I believe. Now, something I really should say is that a few people's versions should read a little bit different, but if you're looking off the, the official Mountain Blade Bannerlord's Twitter feed, that is where I'm getting these these latest version numbers from. I believe PlayStation are operating on a slightly different version, but it is under the latest patch. That being the one that adds the ability to have new mechanics with your warehouses in towns that you own. So when you own certain workshops, you're going to be working with these warehouses that are going to be able to make them a little bit more profitable. Of course, the latest update also meant the destruction of kingdoms. So the base kingdoms that are here in the game, when they are destroyed and own no thieves, those kingdoms will now be destroyed and those clans will join other kingdoms around the continent. All of that got brought in within the latest update, as well, of course, as having the ability to have console cheats. We're not going to be using any of those cheats within our game. We're going to be seeing just how well we can actually progress and go through without any of those cheats. A couple things we will be making sure we have, though, is aging and death, meaning our character will grow old and will die. We're also going to have the ability to have realistic deaths. So when we go around the battlefield, if we slaughter a lord, there's a good chance we'll actually kill that lord, during battle. That's going to be quite fun, because it also means that happens throughout the entirety of the campaign. So as the lords, fight each other, go to war with each other, we're going to be seeing a lot of new people, which is kind of cool. We're also going to make sure that we have switched on the ability for our own clan members to die during battle. So we have to be a little bit more vigilant about who goes into battle, where they are within the battle, maybe even where they are within our own troops. Making them more like, governors and stuff like that could be more of a realistic option when it comes to our own family. Now, of course, we have the ability for kingdoms to be destroyed. We're also going to be taking on the main campaign storyline quest missions within our game, within this story. So that's also something to consider. We are actually going to assemble the dragon banner, which is something that we haven't actually done on the channel before, because of course that main mission was glitched. It was a little bit broken. Now, I'm kind of trying to do my best to assemble a starting character that I can be happy with. We're probably going to go more into the one-handed weapons. I want a little bit of bow skill. I definitely want to be athletic, and I want my character to be able to ride a horse. There are a few starting things that we've kind of gone for. We've got a point into roguery. During this campaign, I would like a few more points through cunning, and of course that being roguery as an option as well, because in my last campaign I realized that I got an awful lot of prisoners and I wasn't really able to utilize the roguery options. I also think that tournaments are the way to go when you very first start out too. So we're going to be trying to do a few tournaments, and of course trying to perhaps steer away from smithing so much. The last campaign that we done on the channel was heavily reliant on smithing, and if you don't want to go down that road, then I fully understand. So we're going to try perhaps go for more of a trade. We are probably going to have to do some smithing eventually. Plus, smithing is quite fun. I do quite like smithing, and just the base idea of it is a great way to make money as well. If you go to different towns, head up into the smithing part, there's always orders that need filling, and that's a really great way to earn a little bit of cash. So we're probably going to go down and do a little bit of light smithing, probably going to try and do a lot of trading, and of course we're going to work our way through those tournaments as well. We're also going to try and get ourselves some caravans and some workshops and see just how they compare with the latest patch. Just trying to make the final changes to our character. Don't forget, guys, we also have an active and growing Discord. We have tons of Bannerlords players within the Discord as well. So if you want a place to share your experiences, share your stories, or maybe you're stuck on something and need a little bit of help, you can find the link to the Discord down in the description of the video. Now we are in trouble. That's not good. Now I was going to say, you know, we have started off where we always start off when you do the campaign map. And so going down here to do the whole hog thing is a good idea. That being, you buy the hogs, you slaughter the hogs, and you sell the products back to the town. But we have run straight into some gits. So let's see if we can actually get anywhere here. I really didn't want to run into these guys, and when you very first start off, you've got no proficiencies in anything at all, so that's definitely not good. This is definitely not ideal. A better man than me would be able to kill all these people, but we'll see what we can do. My bowman skills, as many people saw in the last playthrough, are not great. They've got better, but they're not great. Let's see who we can kill, if we can do any damage to anyone. Now the best thing is, even in a little fight like this, we're going to be earning XP, massive XP really, because it's the first fight that we have in the game. So, you know, work with the bow, work with the horse, athletics. When we get the sword out, we're going to get points for that too. Any hit that we successfully get with the bow is not only going to give us those bow skills, it's also going to give us horse riding skills and athletics too. So we're quite happy about that. And we'll see what kind of damage we manage to do to these guys, if we manage to kill anyone at all. Unfortunately, we're running out of arrows. We're quite fortunate to be starting with a bow. If only they didn't have the rock throwers, it would be a little bit easier for us. But my god, what a way to start the campaign. It does look like we're going to lose this fight, which means we're going to start the campaign as a prisoner. If it only could get worse. We've still got a couple of arrows. Hey, got a nice little kill there. 64 damage to that looter. He will think twice about coming after me again. Okay, so we got our sword. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, I suck. 4 swings and a miss. Nice. Another one dead. He shouldn't have messed with me. Oh no. Tell you what though, I do miss my sword from the last playthrough. That thing was an absolute beauty that we made. Oh, he's doing some bad damage to us. Not good. Hey, there we go. There we go. We killed another one. Unfortunately, we can't exactly take any more damage, which is problematic. Ah, he got us. That's it. That's it, guys. We are now a prisoner. Not good. What a way to start off the campaign, eh? As a prisoner. Shocking. Truly shocking. Now, luckily, it shouldn't take too much of a time. We are a prisoner. They should offer us a release relatively soon. But you know what? Even in the worst case scenarios, and you know, this stuff does happen, it's not the end of your game. There's so much more you can do. We've actually done a video on, you know, the worst start in Bannerlords, and just, you know, is it even worth continuing? But you can get your money back. You can get your things back relatively quick in this game. Always ways to make money. And of course, one of those ways is, of course, those hogs, buying as many as you can. We are going to sell some of the things that we don't necessarily need right now, and we're going to do that because I want to buy more hogs. You know, obviously I've just had to give a ton of money away to buy my freedom. And I want to buy those hogs. I want to be able to slaughter them. If I do slaughter them, I can sell back the meat and the hide at a better price than I paid for those hogs. So at least that's the plan. Now, we don't have a huge amount of money. We have even less than we should have. Sheep and hogs. Now, as you can see, the hogs are cheaper than a sheep. But we're still able to have a little bit of money because of what we've just sold to them. So we can afford to do both. There we go. So if we slaughter all of them, yes, our carry capacity has taken quite a hit. But we're not moving right now, so we're still technically at town. Go straight in and sell everything we've got here. Look at that. 3,700 just in a blink of an eye. That's really not too bad, is it? Quite happy with that. That's a lot of money, and it's a good start to our game. We are going to need some grain, as we need to eat. It might also be a good idea to hire some troops. Not that there's any in this town. Is a companion, though.
I don't think I know you. Beast.
Not the companion I want, but he is somebody. Okay, so if we pop up here, there should be more cheap hogs for sale. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, dear. It's that same 9. Absolute gits they are. Are they going to catch us, or can we escape?
Hey, what have we here?
No. Oh, they got us again, guys. Well, we surrendered. I probably shouldn't have surrendered, but I was kind of hoping it would allow me to kind of leave my companion to fight them. This is really problematic. Another 400 dinars. Eesh. Talk about a bad start to the game. Not good, but we still have a decent amount of starting money. Recruit troops is going to be a good idea. If we can just get a handful of guards to help stop some of the looters, that will be a good idea. They have some sheep. I think they're cheap-ish enough to make some money off. See if there's any hogs over here. There is a few, okay. And then we're going to take them back to the town and do basically exactly what we just did. See if we can make any more money off them. And of course, now we've got 11 troops. We're not really going to be touched by too many people. If you pump it all the way up to 20, I don't believe there's any looters that will attack you at the beginning part of the game at all. It does take the game a considerable amount of time to start churning out the mad amount of looters that it does eventually. It'd actually be really interesting in the mechanic in a game that manages to acquire these hundreds of looters that roam the map. Let's sell all this back over. And there we go, 2,200. That is a profit of around 400 dinars, which isn't amazing, but it is a little bit. It kind of makes up for being taken prisoner. Because, of course, being taken prisoner was not the plan. It wasn't the first time, and it certainly wasn't the second time. Buy product. What have they got? They do have some sheep. I think it's a good price-ish. We're paying 800. We can pick up some more troops as well, more importantly. Just make sure that we don't get taken advantage of again. We could probably use a little battle as well. One, it would get our troops a little bit of experience, but more importantly, it would give us some gear, as we are currently naked and afraid. And let's see if this is still profitable. It is, yeah. We bought them for 800, we made 1,000, so we made another 200 dinars off of that trade. That's not too bad. It's not making absolute bags, but it's okay. Oh, there is a tournament happening here. Very interesting. I missed the feasts. Did anyone here watching this video play Warband, Mountain Blade Warband? That was an amazing game, and it had it had a mechanic in it where you could basically, if you were part of a kingdom, you could basically host a feast, and then all the lords and ladies would come to your feast. Be a good way to earn relation with them, a good way to, have a chat, introduce yourself. And back in that game, you had to give yourself a right to be a king, a reason to be a king. And a good way to do that was to talk to all the lords, um, just to kind of get your name out there and share your legend. Such a brilliant game. There's so many mechanics in Warband that I would love to see in Bannerlords. But fingers crossed we do actually manage to win this tournament. Let's see how things go. Oh, I must be a huge jinx on myself. Can you believe that just happened? So we've been taken prisoner twice and lost a tournament in the first episode. What gets? Oh, we're still in it though. We are still. I honestly thought we were done. We must have survived just long enough to make the cut. Try and work with our buddy here. Of course, we are naked going into these tournaments, which is slightly problematic. There we go, made it through another round. Teamwork, buddy. All that teamwork. Okay, so now we're into the one-on-ones. Now, the one-on-ones are pretty fun, to be fair. Let's see what we can do. We're not starting these with maximum health because I believe we were starving to death. Which is why we are losing a little bit of health, or why we come into these tournaments with that much health, because however much health you have starting a tournament, in other words, visiting the town, is how much you have when you're in the tournament. And we progress to the final. One-on-one. We got this. We got this. Now, we would be having a hell of a lot more money if we'd have bet on ourselves from the very beginning. Nice. Very, very nice. And there we go. We won a tournament. We didn't lose it after all. We did, however, get a legionary cape, which should be worth a little bit of money. I don't think it's the best item in the game, but probably about, yeah. We earned a little bit of money. I look very suave with it on, don't I? Very nice. But I think we could use the money a little bit better. Tournaments are a very good place to earn gear, though. But yeah, I'll absolutely take that. That will do. I mean, we did just win that tournament, but honestly, tournaments are quite a difficult place to start your journey, especially if you're picking up this game for the very first time ever. I always recommend doing tournaments because I think it's really, really straightforward and it makes a lot of sense. You enter a competition, you have to beat the enemy and you can bet on yourself to win. That makes so much sense. But the way this game works is very different to many other games, and so the fact that your character has no proficiency in pretty much anything means you're not very good at actually swinging a sword. So winning each round can be really, really difficult. And of course, a lot of us YouTubers do make it look easy, but in general, it's really not. Okay, 20 against 10 is a little bit better odds. Better than they have been the last couple of times we faced some looters. And of course, we absolutely do not need to mess around with any tactics or anything like that. We outnumber them 2-1, so let's just get at it. Now, we, of course, have no weapon, which is problematic, but we do have a horse. So what we can try and do is distract them. Now, we'd like to lose absolutely no troops whatsoever. Therefore, the greater the number they have, the better. So when we distracted them like that, it just meant our troops were able to overwhelm the enemy that much more. I'd say that was a perfect little victory. We got a chance to have a prisoner, but there's really no point. We got a chance to level up a troop. Again, no point for us. We don't want to level our troops up too quickly because what we want is money. We want passive income, a workshop, a caravan, whatever it is. We want to be able to actually sustain the troops we're running around with. And of course, if we level up our troops now, then it's going to cost us more and more. So I generally would not even think about leveling up our troops anytime soon. And if you are going to level them up, you won't want to level up one here, one there. You want to level them all up at the same time. The way that the leveling system works, the XP works, it works a lot better if you level them up in batches. But at least we've got some clothes on now. Next tournament we enter, we're actually going in with some gear. We got some hogs. Kind of expensive. It was 1,100 for those hogs. Let's see what we can sell this stuff for. See if we're still making a profit. All the hide pretty much equals what? Yeah, look at that. Massive profit. Massive profit. I'll take that. She-wolf. Now, we've had her in previous playthroughs. She's more of a warrior type of character. I feel like if we hire another companion, it kind of needs to be someone with a skill, that being a smith, a medic, something like that. Now, this is a very good tournament, very interesting tournament. As you can see, we have a chance to win a horse. Now, the horses in the games are very good. They normally can be sold from anywhere from, I think, 10 to 20,000 dinars, which is a ridiculous amount of money early on. Oosh. Now, as you can clearly see, this guy has some good armor on. Therefore, when we're attacking him, it's not necessarily doing a particular amount of damage. But when he hits us, because we're just wearing, cloth gear, it becomes a problem. Now, the team fights, I'm really not too good at. But we'll try our best. Oh, see, that's when the problem is. The problem occurs when you lose your buddy and you're 2-on-1, just trying to survive long enough for one of the other teams to die. One of them are dead. One of the teams are gone. Oh, but was it good enough? I don't think so. Don't think we're through to the next round. That sucks. And we're not. Ah, we missed out on a horse. That is unfortunate. But you know what? It doesn't matter. We're still on our journey and we're still making money. I quite like going up here. There's some really good little areas up here. Really good towns. You've got some of the best troops that you can recruit up here as well. Although I do think the Fane champions got nerfed in the latest update, which is a little bit problematic. They're not as overpowered now as they were. Let's buy those hogs. Now, those hogs cost way too much money. But let's see if we make it back. Yeah, we've invested 3,000 into hogs right now. Now, we don't quite have enough money to cover these guys. So let's buy up what we can. There we go. There's another 1,200 there. So we've invested a total of 4,200, I believe, in hogs. And we're moving incredibly slowly. If we was to highlight a character, we would have a herd penalty, meaning we have far too many livestock for our troops to be able to successfully move around the map. Let's slaughter all of them. Every single one. Let's go. Now, unfortunately, there does become a point where this method isn't necessarily profitable, as you do change the market, and of course the markets around the game do vary. But there we go. We still made a decent amount of profit. I will absolutely take that. Sitting on 6,000 now. We're doing pretty good with that. Need to start attacking some looters for some gear as well. That's a good way to get some money. A good thing for us too is we currently have no weapons. There is, however, a tournament. What do we have here? Okay, we got some gauntlets. We could use some gauntlets. But first of all, we've got to get through the team battle, which I'm really not very good at, but we're going to try. Missed a couple of arrows there, which isn't good. See if we can pick up that double-handed axe. I think our team's doing well. Team's doing very well. 2v2. Oh, that was close. It was almost 2v1. I got that swinging just in time. That was so close. I very almost died. Very almost died. If it had been that 2-on-1, yeah, I would not be going through the next round. But now we've got another team event. Let's see what we can do. Try and get in there as quick as possible. Try and support my teammates is a good idea. They did manage to take one out. There we go. See, now it's 3-on-1. This guy has not got much hope. Good little win. Ah, oh, another team event. Only 2 of us this time. 2-on-2. Still betting on myself here. Making a fair bit of money. Oh, I missed. Oh, this is problematic. No, he's giving his back. Stay alive, buddy. Oosh. Oh, he's got us. Whew. That was close. I'll absolutely take that, though. And this is going to be the last battle. A quick 1-on-1. Now, we got a 600 dinar stake for 1,600 coming back to us. Again, we are making money and making sure we earn that money for a caravan. I still think caravans are the way to go early game. And then, of course, invest in those workshops as and when you can. There we go. We won, and we won another tournament. And that's another item for us to sell as well. Not only have we made that item that we can sell, but we've also made profit there in bets too. So all in all, we're doing pretty well. Guys, I'm going to end this video right here. But if you've enjoyed what you've watched so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I've been a Mark, we've been a Christy Kudos, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Until then, take it easy and happy gaming.